Hey guys, so today I have swatches of the Glitter Lambs holiday collection for this year. Are all glitter toppers. So I'm going to jump right into it. I will link Glitter Lambs down below so you guys can check these out, and let's get on to the swatches. The first polish is Pink Christmas Sugar Cookie, and this is a matte pink micro glitter. And I am layering this over Sally Hansen Hard as Nails Extreme Wear in White On. So here is one coat of Pink Christmas Sugar Cookie. Sorry about that first coat. My camera settings were way too bright. But this is Pink Christmas Sugar Cookie. You can see it gets a really cool effect over white polish. And it is super, super dense. That's one of my favorite things about the Glitter Lambs polishes, is that they are super dense. So that is Pink Christmas Sugar Cookie. The next polish is Pink Gingerbread House, and this is a mix of gold, holographic, and metallic, red, blue, pink, stars, hearts, like every shape you can think of. And I'm layering this one over Pop Beauty's Mint Magic. So here is one coat of Pink Gingerbread House. You really never have to fish for any glitters with Glitter Lambs polishes because they're so dense. But I am going to dab this one on rather than swipe it because it has a few larger pieces, larger pieces. The pieces are bigger than the last one. And it makes it a little more difficult to just swipe on the nail because you'll apply it with the brush and then you'll swipe it right back off. So I like to dab these ones. So that is one coat of Pink Gingerbread House. So the next polish is Snowball, and this is a white micro glitter. It's a matte white, but it almost has kind of a pearlescent sheen to it. And this is going to be layered over OPI's What's Your Poinsettia. So here is Snowball. I think the glitters in this one are slightly bigger than in Pink Christmas Sugar Cookie. It's something like that. I think the glitters are a little bit bigger, so they don't quite spread out the same way. They're similar, but they're not exactly the same. What I'm doing here is after I get the glitter on there, I'm just kind of pulling the base to the sides because I might get a blob when you like slop all the glitter down. If you pull the base to the side, it keeps all the glitter and base like from getting into one bead and like dripping off one side of your nail. I hope that makes sense. Just kind of taking the brush and spreading the base out. So that is Snowball. So the next polish is called Snowstorm, and it is a matte white shredded glitter. And this one I'm also layering over OPI What's Your Poinsettia. So here is Snowstorm. Really like how this looks over red. Some of these pieces are small enough to swipe, and then some of them need to be dabbed on just based on their size. This one can be a little tricky to apply. It's also a little bit harder for me right now just because of the angle that I'm at in order to film it. So that is Snowstorm. I really like this over red, which I already said, but I've also seen some really amazing nail art with this. Glitter Lambs has posted or reposted some really cool nail art that people have done with this on their Instagram page, so I would check that out if you're interested in this because there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with it. The next polish is It's Snowing Cotton Candy, and this is a pinky iridescent glitter with little tiny pink stars in it. So I'm layering this one over Essie's After School Boy Blazer because as pretty and like light and delicate as this iridescent glitter is, iridescent glitter really stands out over dark colors. It almost acts like a flaky. So here is It's Snowing Cotton Candy. I got a lot of stars on that first dip in the bottle. This one again is super dense. This one is a little bit on the gummy side, just because it is so dense. I think all that micro glitter in there, I don't know, for some reason I just picture like a bunch of micro glitter together as being very different than a bunch of iridescent glitter. So this one does come off a bit gummy, and it doesn't dry like really super smooth either, but I mean, any glitter is like that. You're always going to want to put a top coat over it. I guess it's like a gel kind of consistency more than an actual polish, if that makes sense. It applies really easily to the nail, but you will notice that it's just different. So there is It's Snowing Cotton Candy. So the next polish is called Grinch Dust, and this is a green, metallic, and matte, and then gold and silver holographic glitter mix. There's nothing too chunky in here. It's all relatively small. So for my base, I have Essie's First Timer. There is Grinch Dust. There's really no fishing at all required for this. Everything's small. There's nothing too big in here. It applies pretty well. It's a little bit thick just because it's so glitter dense. So you do have to dab a little bit rather than swipe it, or else your whole like blob of polish will swipe off at once. This is one of those ones that is so dense that one dip in the bottle and you almost have to like make a point to wipe some of the brush off, or else you will end up with like too much glitter. But because of how dense this is, I think that you could use it on its own as well as a topper. You might want to apply it with a sponge if you're going to try to use it on your own, so you don't end up with too much base, because it probably will take a couple coats, but I think you could definitely do it. So that is Grinch Dust. So the next polish is called Christmas in the Desert, and this is a predominantly gold metallic glitter mix. There is some gold and silver holographic in here, as well as blue and red metallic glitters. So for this one I have Wet n Wild So Berry on Trend. Here is Christmas in the Desert. So this one is also really, really glitter dense, like all Glitter Lambs polishes are. I'm having to do a little bit of dabbing to make sure that the coverage is even. The largest glitters in here are these like medium circles, the red and the blue, but I don't have to do any fishing to get those out at all. You do have to manipulate these on the nail a little bit to make it look good. But again, this is one that's really, really nice and glitter dense. So there is Christmas in the Desert. So the next polish is called Reindeer Games, and this is, oh boy, stars, hearts, circles. I think there's flower shapes, maybe not. There's donut glitters in here in every color you can think of, a mix of finishes. This one is gorgeous. This one is considerably chunkier than most of the other ones in this collection. So I'm putting this one over Pop Beauty's Mint Magic. So here is Reindeer Games. Again, I'm starting this one out just dabbing. There is a little bit of fishing required for the larger glitters, and you definitely have to try to place them on the nail to get them where you want them. One thing that I don't know if I've shared this before, with these large glitters, a great application tip for these is to pick out your large glitters, place them where you want on the nail. I mean, this is for polishes that have a mix of large and small glitters. Pick out your large glitters, place them where you want on the nail, and then dip your brush into the bottle to get your base and your small glitters, and then go over everything, and it'll make a really good mix. This one, I mean, it's not super applicable to this one because you do get a lot of everything on the brush if you swirl it around and while you're dipping it in there, but that will still apply to a lot of chunky glitters. So that is Reindeer Games. This one will dry very chunky because it does have a lot of large glitters in it. So you'll want a good top coat to smooth everything out. The next polish is called Christmas Jelly Roll, and this is a pink, red, and silver glitter mix. There's nothing too chunky in here, and then there's a little bit of gold, holographic, a little bit of black, blue, and green. So here is Christmas Jelly Roll. This one is nice and dense, no fishing. You get a lot of glitter on your brush, and this one's actually a lot easier to swipe on. I mean, you're still not swiping it like you would like a cream polish, but it takes a lot less placement than some of the others. I think if you did like the sponge technique for this one, you could also get it opaque on its own, but definitely not by just applying it regularly. So that is Christmas Jelly Roll. The next polish is Don't Touch My Candy Cane Milkshake, and this is a red and white glitter mix. There's nothing huge in here, and there is a mix of metallic and matte red glitter, matte white, and then some like kind of grayish little tiny hexes. And this glitter I am putting over OPI's Christmas Gone Plaid. So here is Don't Touch My Candy Cane Milkshake. You can see there's some larger hexes in here, and then these larger squares as well. This glitter is also super dense. I definitely think you could get this opaque on its own, even without sponging it. You could do it in a couple coats. Because I'm actually trying to thin it out a little bit so you can still see my base color. This one just takes a little combination of swiping and then a tiny bit of dabbing just to get the big glitters back off of the end of the nail. So there is Don't Touch My Candy Cane Milkshake. So the next polish is called Frosted Reindeer Food, and this is a light pink micro glitter, matte micro glitter, with matte white donut glitters. There are pink stars in here, and then this iridescent glitter that sparkles throughout it as well. So for the base in this one, I have Lime Crimes Lavendary. So here is Frosted Reindeer Food. Looks like there's a matte white micro glitter here too that you really can't see well until it's on your nail. That micro glitter does look like it drowns out the stars quite a bit. This polish does take a lot of placement. I'm not having to fish for any of these large glitters at all. I just have to dip my brush in. If you're going to try to get the larger glitters to show up, I think your best bet would be to actually try to swipe some of the micro glitter off of the tops of them so it doesn't drown them out so much. So you almost have to thin the micro glitter out a little bit. So that is Frosted Reindeer Food. So the next polish is Cheetalicious Christmas, and this has donut glitters, hearts, stars, squares, hexes, circles, and it also has white leopard or cheetah in this situation, spot glitter. And this is in a mix of blue, white, pink, and then some iridescent as well. So for this one I have on Essie's in the Cabana. So here is Cheetalicious Christmas. This one takes a lot of dabbing to get the glitters in place, and it did take a little bit of fishing for me to get some of the larger glitters out as well. This one is interesting, is actually Frosted Reindeer Food, and the next polish that I'm going to show you mixed together with the leopard glitter added. So that is Cheetalicious Christmas. And the last polish is Jack Frost, and this is a white and blue glitter mix, and if you look closely you can see a little bit of pink in there as well. This has a mix of matte and metallic, some holographic, and some iridescent glitters in there. For this one I have on Essie's Bikini So Teeny. So here is Jack Frost. This one does take a bit of dabbing and placement. It needs a little bit of fishing. I don't even know if I would call it fishing. It's more just like you have to swirl the brush in the bottle a little bit rather than just dip it in and take it back out. This is one that I think would be a good candidate for that, like place your large glitters where you want and then go back over with your small glitters technique that I was talking about. So that is Jack Frost. And that is the Glitterlambs holiday/Christmas collection for this year. I will link Glitterlambs down below so you guys can check them out. The Glitterlambs shop is closing for like a Christmas break on December 15th. So if you're interested in any of these, you will want to go to the shop before then because you won't be able to get them after. And, well, you will, but probably not have them in your hands before Christmas. So, yeah, that is the entire collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you later.